Oh yeah, and the last thing I was trying to say is of Mercury. You know, I was not that I don't know anybody eats a ton of sushi every day, but I was hearing something about it could have high levels of mercury in it, and I'm not sure what else has mercury in it, but I don't know if you're a person who's ever gotten shot by bullets. You have bullets stuck in your body, or you're just a typical person like almost everybody else out there who has silver fillings, those mercury fillings. But I've had quite a bit of them in my mouth, and especially for the last 5-10 years, I had 4 mercury fillings. I recently had a small one removed about 6 months ago, and I always had this big one that I hated to death, and the faucet always gets stuck in there from time to time. And I started questioning that, these mercury fillings in our teeth. Um, you might want to strongly consider doing a lot of research on that and looking at even videos of what mercury does inside the brain and the demalarization. It's hard for me to come up with these processes. Basically, you could have toxins and metals in your body that are just sitting in your body, going through your bloodstream, whatever. It's just in your body somehow. And it doesn't do anything to your brain. But the second something happens, or you do some type of neurological damage happens, or your vision or a problem or whatever, or it could be anything here, or you start getting too toxic, you start getting more toxic, you start drinking more alcohol, this and that, you're getting older, your brain starts getting weaker or whatever. Especially, let me just talk about the mercury here. Having mercury in your body, I'm telling you, like, this will stop your brain from getting better. Like, and I'm not saying you have ringing in your head because of mercury, but I can tell you that is one out of many attributes to this problem. And I believe that's my problem. Especially the big mercury fillings I have, and this big one I have. And it's funny, it's close to my right ear. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I know usually it's the left brain that's connected to the right side of the body, and the right side's connected to the left brain of the body. But anyways, I was hearing other people's stories about this and them removing them, and I still have 2 mercury fillings right now. But and right now I quit my job, so right now I'm not working, and I've been in a quiet place. But recently, at the same time, I was starting to do something else. Anyways, I was, I'm gonna get to that right now. Actually, before I continue this, I was having some issues with my teeth, and I was always complaining about my mercury fillings and whatever. And I came across a thing called teeth mineralization. I wanted to see if I can improve my teeth, and I started buying more natural products. I started buying fluoride-free toothpaste. And oh yeah, by the way, for the last 4 months, I've been not drinking fluoride water. I know it's still impossible to avoid because it still gets cooked in your food. When you buy juice wherever, you go to somebody else's house, you take a shower, you take a bath. You're still getting fluoride, but I reduced it down. I've been only strictly drinking spring water and distilled water. I still want spring water because of the minerals, which is still good for your bones and other parts of your body. And minerals, it's responsible for a lot of things. So I don't just drink the distilled water and mix them or back and forth, especially usually more spring water. But the point of these waters I'm drinking is they are soft water. Usually the pH levels are high. Usually if it's a pH level, I believe, a 7, I think it's safe to drink up to 9. I'm not sure about 10. That's more alkaline water. You can learn all about this. And if it's 6 or below, that's more acidic, which is bad and contribute to other problems, including, they say, arthritis. But yeah, I've been drinking the fluoride-free water, and not just fluoride-free water, but soft water. And soft water, the higher the pH level, the softer the water gets. And so I'm drinking between, 7 to 9. And another thing I forgot to mention earlier is when I was on vacation on that Caribbean island on that resort all the free rum you can drink and all that stuff. I never had ringing, of course, up until I came back to Canada, right? And I noticed the water here, especially at my house, it's typical tap water back here in Canada with the fluoride in the water, and it's a harder form of water. I was in this Caribbean island, I'll mention the name, Jamaica, and the water down there is soft water. It's soft water. The pH level is quite high down there. And throughout all those days, I'm drinking all this alcohol and stuff. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention, I'm anemic too. That can also be another tribute. But anyways, I was just down there eating really nice, tasty foods, healthy foods, all the food I can eat, all the alcohol. Anyways, yeah, it was pretty, like, it was paradise pretty much. But I had all the choices of fruits and vegetables and this and that, all I can eat. My face wasn't breaking out, maybe also too because of the soft water, even though I was eating a lot of bread and gluten foods and all that stuff. And once again, I was at that point in my life, I never had ringing ever in my life, unless, something loud drops or something explodes and you hear a little ringing for like 5 or 10 seconds, right? But, like any typical person. Though some people barely ever get that because the genes, they have strong hearing, good genetics. But I guess you don't while you're watching this video like me. But anyways, I'm just thinking, I'm drinking alcohol like crazy for 8 or 9 days. And I'm around this loud music. And there's no ringing, there's no tinnitus, and never even knew about it at the time. You didn't even know such a health problem could exist. Because I forgot, when I saw that commercial when I was a kid, 20 years ago. No, not even 20 years, 30, almost 25 years ago. That commercial was back on TV, the one I showed you earlier to check out. And the thing is, I came back, my body was going through shock. Everybody actually was complaining about problems. In fact, my dad got lymphoma, bone cancer, just pretty much coming back from that vacation. My father was there too. So, a lot of people were complaining, the joints are cracking, not as healthy. It's hard to keep up your own diet when you have to make your own food. You come back to the fluoride water, the hard water, the lower pH level water. I didn't know, my body was going through all this shock and I didn't even realize it. And then I just go out to a club, Halloween night, and more loud music to my ears. So I don't know if all this was due to just all of it hitting me on that one night of clubbing after I came back from my vacation. Because my ears are perfectly fine. Like, they were like perfect, pretty much. And then just the night after I came back, and I wake up the next day, like November 1st, yeah. It was just crazy. So I question that. I still try to figure that out. I noticed too, like, you should be cutting back, you should be avoiding fluoride water. Like, it's just, it attributes to neurological damage as well. In fact, it attributes to, I can't remember, but it helps attributes to a lot of these brain diseases. I'm not going to say, I know there's the 3 main types of brain diseases we all know about: MS, Alzheimer's, and I know the third one. I'm sorry, I can't remember right now. All I know is that fluoride's just not good for a lot of things. It's bad for your pineal gland, the pineal gland, I should say. Your third eye. They talk about that. But anyways, yeah, I've just been avoiding as much fluoride water as possible, and I've been strictly buying big bottles of spring water, distilled water, for a really cheap, affordable price. You can check your grocery stores, retail stores, so you can get them for a good price, and then get the iodine water tester kit system and make sure there's no fluoride in it, and the pH levels at least 7 or higher. I'm not sure if it should go past 9 or 10. Past 10 or something. I don't know if it could turn to bleach or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so avoid fluoride water. That's what I do. I don't know, maybe you like the fluoride, maybe you believe that, it reduces down cavities, whatnot. Anyways, I was starting to take care of my teeth more, back to this other story, the thing I was talking to you about, teeth mineralization. And I came across this YouTuber lady talking about oil pulling, though she doesn't do oil pulling. She uses wheatgrass, and I was starting to learn now more about things like wheatgrass. So I'll show you something here. Hold on. Yeah, you can check out this lady's video. I decided to give this a try. I don't know her name, but her YouTube channel is called A Place to Heal. Really nice video. Her video is called Stop Oil Pulling and Heal Your Teeth the Easy Way. You should check out this video. She's just telling me, she's telling, people what she did to help with removing, bacteria and stuff like that from your mouth and stuff like that. And I decided to give it a try. So I bought my own wheatgrass. There's different types. So, I bought the organic one, of course. And then you can get like a shot glass, pour some, spring water or, distilled water, mineral water or whatever, and mix it up. And though it says I can do it 3 times a day, I only do it once a day. And I just started doing this a month ago. So this is what I started doing just now. And I've been on the health thing a lot since the last 8 months. And I think there's also spirulina in this. I'll get back to you about that. But pretty much, there's a lot of health benefits to wheatgrass if you're not allergic to it, and you're fine with doing this. And I heard it's more effective properly if I hold it in my mouth for 5 minutes, and I get a lot of it under my tongue. There's something special about what it can do through holding it in your mouth underneath your tongue. I forgot, but it's it's doing something mainly when you have it in your mouth. So don't just swallow it. At least hold your mouth underneath your tongue, especially. Around your teeth, you want to, help out with your teeth, but for at least 5 minutes, that's what I do. And what I have noticed is that there has been a big reduced down of ringing in my ears. And then I started learning upon more other healthy things, like it has a lot of vitamin K. Spinach and kale, and things that have like probably chlorophyll, spirulina in it, and stuff like that. And you can learn about more about the greens and stuff. But I'm just like probably only using this once every while now, and I don't even need to use even this. I didn't have to do the chambered oxygen therapy pretty much. Pretty much this is my big drastic change, what I'm trying to say. As of right now, with me only using this for a month, and I don't work in loud places anymore, and that doesn't matter anyways, because I do a lot of driving. I drive over 40,000 kilometers a year. So my ears are always being exposed to a lot of noise. But if it's super loud, like I said, I put these on for a few minutes, whatever. But as of right now, like I would say 90% of the ringing's gone. And a part of what had a big hit to it, because I just recently started this, and just a few weeks ago I have a big, huge mercury filling removed from my tooth, one of my molars. It was also a crown. I had no choice, man. The dental floss got stuck so bad one night, I couldn't get it out. The dentist couldn't get it out, and I wanted to remove these stupid mercury fillings anyways. The reason why I delayed is because I never had any health, health insurance for dental insurance, you could say. I had no benefits from work. And, I can't believe it. I'm working these full-time jobs for 5 years, doing all this hard physical work in these loud environments, and I couldn't even get any, what I mean, not even no dental benefits or anything. So I still do have 2 mercury fillings on this side of the teeth, but I'm telling you, man, every night when I go to bed, after I brush my teeth and stuff, I put some of this in a shot glass. I put even less than the cup that it comes with inside. I keep it in the fridge because they say it lasts longer. And there's something very magnetic about the powder. When you first take it out with the plastic spoon, all these spikes start forming around the green powder. There's just something so special that this thing is doing. There's so much I need to learn more about the wheatgrass, but I noticed that you could start off with... this is what I did. Like I said, don't do anything I did. I don't know if it works for you or not, if it's safe for you to do it or not, but from my personal experiences, from what I'm realizing is one, I cut down on the alcohol. In fact, I barely, since that Halloween night, I barely drank any alcohol since, like barely anything or nothing. You can still drink it, but I notice if you have ringing in your ears and you decide to have a lot of alcohol, you're gonna notice the ringing is gonna get louder, and it's not because it gotten louder, it's because you're hearing everything else less. Because those are the frequencies that you damage that you can never hear again. I mean, well, that you're always hearing eternally because through the hearing damage, they've been, your brain doesn't have the ability to shut it because your ear is damaged. It doesn't have the ability to shut off those frequency noises. But if you're gonna drink alcohol, just keep that in mind. You might start hearing that annoying noise louder because it's gonna be like being more in a quiet room. But I think, from my personal experience, if you're gonna be doing clubbing and shit, you should probably just cut a little earplug. Not where it's all puffed out and you're all embarrassed. Shrink it down to size. Make sure there's at least air getting in if you can make it that small. Or sometimes I get a piece of tissue if I don't have any earplugs and I just hold it there. That's what I did last time I was in a loud place, a loud restaurant, a pub. I just got a part of the napkin, I ripped it up and I just stuffed it. And then I take them out every once in a while so some oxygen can get in. That's very important. Trust me. Don't let these other people tell you, oh, we bring earplugs all the time. That's dangerous. And I learned that the very hard way after wearing earplugs for like 2 years straight. So if you're going to be in a loud environment, a club, a party, a concert, or whatever, do not drink alcohol. To me, loud noise and alcohol is a deadly combination. Especially if you mix that with Red Bull. Don't be drinking no rum, no vodka mixed with Red Bull. I did that once, and I can tell you my body aged the next morning. I woke up with streaks of white gray hair in my head. But stay away from Red Bull. I would stay away completely. Do not drink alcohol. If you do, drink a little bit and then drink a glass of water after. Like, that's to me the best strategy. If you're gonna drink alcohol, there's no need to drink a lot of it. Just you have your favorites. Maybe you like Desrona, like me, that Italian whiskey one. Anyways, if you're gonna drink alcohol, especially in a loud place, and you've got to remember things are not gonna be as loud as things are not gonna be as loud as they're supposed to be because you're hearing it less in your brain. But drink not that much. And drink a nice glass of, I would say, fluoride-free water if you can get that, especially if you can get the nice, expensive, quality brand water wherever you're at. After, it's just drink any water. Like, for goodness sakes, just don't let that, you know what I mean? Help wash out the alcohol. Like, you know what I mean? Dilute it. You're not going to enjoy it if you mix it all together. Just drink the alcohol first and then a glass of water after. To be honest, I would just stay away from alcohol completely if you're going to go to a club or something with loud noise. I'm telling you, like, the loud noise and that will attribute the damage. I mean, especially if you don't smoke and you just stay in the loud place the whole night. Like, if you had smoking buddies that need to smoke for half an hour every once in a while outside, go outside with them. Because they're at a higher possibility of never damaging their hearing because they're giving their ears recovery time. I don't smoke, but if my friend is going to, I go out there with him. And at the same time now, I will not drink any alcohol. If I do, it's going to be a teeny amount, and I drink some water or juice or whatever after to help dilute it down. So that's one thing. Like I said, I stay away from any foods with MSG. Like, seriously, we don't need that crap anymore. I don't know why they still keep trying to enforce that. And if you can afford it, unlike me, for goodness sakes, you may don't just have any specific dentist do this, but you may want to remove your mercury fillings. That is a big one, trust me on this. If you really want to help try to get rid of the ringing in your ears, get rid of the mercury fillings. I'm not saying the white stuff is any healthier, because you never know, maybe 10 years from now they'll be saying the white stuff does something else bad for us. You may want to look at the teeth mineralization. But trust me, get rid of the mercury fillings. Get rid of the mercury fillings. To me, that's a big one. because that once again, I'm giving you like a face. That had a big difference. So far, I'm just removing that one big one I had in my mouth, and I can't wait to remove these other two. What I was learning about greens, I'm pretty sure the wheatgrass also is a big attribute to this, and I know spinach and kale, and there's other ones. You can learn more about power foods. You learn about superfoods. Learn about the top green superfoods, the ones that help remove metals and toxins from your body, because like also wheatgrass, if you have the mercury fillings and whatever else toxins in your body, this helps remove them. But remember, you can never completely remove the mercury until you know. So I think me staying away from a lot of loud noise, sort of, not really, because I'm still around a lot of noise and I drive a lot. But if you start removing the toxins from your body, especially the toxins in your body that prevents things like your brain and other parts of your body from getting better once a damage starts, then I mean, I don't know if this, I'm not saying this is a cure. I don't know about the damage in my ear, but I'm telling you, if you really want to reduce down the noise and you're depressed as hell, like seriously, cut out the MSG, cut out anything that contributes to neurological damage. If you're going to go to a loud place or a club, stay away from the alcohol. I mean, get into greens like wheatgrass and, especially just that one alone is just doing a big thing for me. The thing is I'm staying away from the fluoride water. Try to have more soft water, especially if you could ever afford to get a water softener, which pretty much no one can't. Well, you could just buy, the big bottles of water that contains no fluoride in it. Buy a lot of portable things to put your water, and just bring along with you. And if you have to, just fine, go to a corner store or gas station and buy the bottled water that doesn't have the fluoride in it. There's, just read it up. Like, try to find one that has 0 ppm, nothing containing fluoride ions and fluoride. But you may strongly want to look into this. You can look into this, but once again, if you still have the toxins and metals in your bodies, especially the silver fillings, this, it helps, but you really need to try to get the toxins out of your body, because I'm telling you, like, that could just be what's stopping you from healing. And it's funny that some people, when they damage their hearing, they have ringing for like 3 days, a week, or even a month, and then it goes away. And I think, you know what? Maybe they don't have much toxins at all in their body, or barely any toxins. Barely any toxins in their body. Why it gave their body the ability to start healing. So, you may want to start looking, see how much mercury fillings you have in your mouth, what kind of water you've been putting in your body. Once again, if I do get insanely stressed out, or if I get tired, the ringing is usually louder, but not forever, of course. But that's just a side effect of having tinnitus. But honestly, man, I don't even notice the noise anymore. And it's only been getting better since I started this a month ago. The wheatgrass. And once again, I stay away from the fluoride water as much as I can, though I still eat food with it in it. I just reduced it down. There was no difference in me using the fluoride-free toothpaste for that purpose. One big thing I'm so sorry I forgot to mention about this video is that I have very low red blood count. It's sort of like being anemic. On my best days, I only get like 80% oxygen through my red blood cells. So if I didn't have this like anemic problem, this blood disorder, can you imagine how much more or less of a problem this is? Did you actually look into this yourself to see if you have low red blood cells? Because this, to me, is also a big attribute to a lot of the problems, and the problems that I have. And, if I could find a way to cure it's sort of like being anemic, right? Maybe even if you have like things like maybe G6PD, sickle cell, jaundice, or anemia, things like that. this, to me, that is also an attribute. But I already am a person who has a bunch of those type of problems. So, um, you know, just look into these things. It's a combination of these problems, you know. Um, like I said, look into if you have bullets stuck in your body because you had bullet shots stuck. You know, you went through a bad situation with something a long time ago, or you had the mercury fillings, or you eat too much raw sushi or whatever. I mean, if eating a ton of raw sushi every day has a lot of mercury, you know, which I was told. I don't know if that's true. I need to get that verified. But you may want to look into these things, get these things checked out, because as of right now, I'm just drinking my nice distilled water, my spring water, the pH level 7 or higher, softer water. And you'll know when it's softer water when you throw it on something when bubbles start coming, because soft water, you learn more about soft water, of course. I just do this once every night. Right now, I just started, and man, I'm seeing a big difference. I think I did cut out a bunch of the mercury that was in my body. To hell with, I don't want to stick my middle finger, but MSG snacks and MSG foods. Trust me, man. I love my Mr. Noodles, but I stopped eating that a long time ago. The Mr. Noodles at one point in time. There's a lot of other foods products. I'm sorry, Mr. Noodles. I mean, there's Doritos, a lot of MSG, and a lot of things have MSG, but avoid the sodium glutamate, the monosodium glutamate, all these glutamates, E365, all the Sadly, a lot of Asian soup snacks, they have a lot of the different types of these glutamates and stuff like that. I just recently stopped eating wheat with that type of gluten. That is not a part of this experience. And I'm pretty sure it's helping, but me going on the gluten-free, the wheat-free thing, that's helping my face not break out anymore, and the big giant pus bumps I used to get. But I'm pretty sure that does help if you decide to avoid eating a lot of foods with gluten, especially with the GMO gluten. I mean, the GMO wheat we have in these American countries. It's GMO wheat we're eating. That's why the gluten is so bad for you here. It's not GMO free, But once again, I just avoid the MSG, the gluten. I mean, the glutamate. Like I said, like the snacks, the powdery substance. It makes your brain. It's supposed to help your brain make things taste better. I just did this one thing alone. Even though I'm eating a lot of salad right now of kale and spinach, I know that helps big time with it, big time. But that's just something I restarted doing. But it's just wheatgrass. Not even this anymore. Not even the aerobic oxygen and I'm not doing the chamber oxygen therapy either. I'm drinking the better water. I'm doing the wheatgrass. I'm avoiding MSG. Those are the three main things I'm doing, and I'm seeing a huge difference. And I don't wear earplugs anymore. So this is the things that worked for me. I have seen a big difference in such a very short period of time, and you may want to look into these things. I don't feel so depressed anymore. I don't get annoyed by this noise anymore because I'm barely hearing it at all, and sometimes I don't even hear it at all. And I just started recently with the better water drinking. Though the water may even not, the fluoride-free water may not even be doing much of a difference. Who knows? But if you decide to do something relating to this video, and if I have to do this all over again, I would remove all my mercury fillings, cut out as much as I can the fluoride in the water, the wheatgrass, and to hell with MSG snacks, because that does make your ears ring louder. If you're just eating these crappy ass chips or whatever, it will make it ring a little bit louder. And certain vegetarian foods have the MSG in it, so you have to look into things like that as well. And the soups, the ones those quick, easy to make soups, you look into that. Usually those have a lot of MSG as well. So look into that. You know what I mean? And then, like, don't use lousy cooking oil, because I recently was just hearing about the cooking oil, canola oil, can attribute to neurological damage, like, what was it again? Alzheimer's. That was a recent thing that just came up. So, you know what I mean? You have to look into things that attribute to neurological damage. And like I said, if you're going to go into a loud place partying, go outside with your smoke buddies, give your ears a break. I would just stay away from alcohol if you're going to be in a very loud place. So these are things I learned from my experience since Halloween 2015, and now it's 2018 May, and I can tell you, I'm not saying I'm cured, but I don't even notice it anymore. I just don't notice it anymore. I still try to avoid explosion sounds or loud noises. Like I said, I still put this on if I'm going to do something very loud, super loud. Protect your ears, man. Look into your health. Trust me, you start doing certain health things, it will affect other things and benefit you. But if you really are that, if you're miserable, like how I was, and I am, don't get me wrong, we all, whatever. We all have different issues in our life and whatever, but yeah, I'm saying if you have the ringing ears and you know it's from loud noise, you may want to look into what I just told you so many times just now. I'm not sure what else I'm going to forget to say in this video. I hope this is a big help. I'm sorry this video took a little over an hour, but you may want to strongly consider looking into some of the things I did, because I can tell you right now, I'm quite a happy person, and I'm just going to keep taking my wheatgrass and stuff, and hopefully one day I can afford to remove the worst of the mercury fillings and do a mercury detox and whatever else that can attribute to neurological damage. I think that had a big effect and make your ears breathe, make them pop. When I go on airplanes, I don't chew gum. I take the challenge of popping my own ears, and it strengthens those muscles that pop my ears if you have that ear popping problem. I remember before my doctor told me to blow. Oh no, I don't do that anymore. Try to blow and pop out like that. You may not want to do that. That contributes to the whole ETD type of tinnitus issue there. Blockage, whatever fluid it is. I forgot what it's called. And once again, if you just started taking new medications and you have a ringing, not that that's due to loud noise, but you may want to look into whatever medications you're on. I don't take medications. Yeah. I hope from my own personal experiences, they can be a help to you. I know I kept coming off like I'm giving you advice, but like I said, do things at your own risk. I am just telling you how things worked out for me, and